Okay, rather than digital organization today, we're going to talk about workspace organization. So I recently did a redo on my desk, as you can see here, but it actually is more strategic than you might think. I'm using productivity tips and psychology tips to make it the most productive and aesthetic environment for myself. So let's get into it. Okay, first I'm going to talk about ergonomics. I think it's really important that you have good posture and that you're looking at your laptop in the best way possible. I believe I saw this on a Huberman podcast, so don't quote me, but I believe what they were saying is that if you're actually looking slightly up, that is better for attention and boosting focus. So besides ergonomic reasons like posture, when it comes to focus, having your laptop propped up is really important. So I actually bought one of these laptop stands. I can put the link in the description if you want. But yeah, like it's about $50 and well worth the money. I've had this one since 2023 actually. In addition to that, I bought a keyboard and a mouse. I got my keyboard from Mac, but I mean, you could get any like off-brand keyboard as well. So that is what I do for this portion. When it comes to placement, I've talked about this before, but switch it up. Like I will sometimes just pick up my desk and carry it to a different part of my house. It boosts productivity to do that, and it just gets you out of any like productivity rut. If you feel like you're like losing focus or getting distracted, changing your environment is super important. So move yourself to a different room, a different window, etc. When it comes to windows, I would say try to face a window. If you're going to be doing like Zoom meetings and stuff, first of all, you're going to look better and not like you're like in a dungeon. But then also you get to look outside. Like that's just like a better, more optimistic, I think, view to have when you are selecting where you want to place your desk. When it comes to personalization, I mean, you're probably going to be spending like hours there every day, depending like what your job is or if you're in school, etc. So like make it your own. Like as you can see, I have like flowers here of like some like decorations, some like fake candles and stuff like that. So why not make it aesthetic? I'm sure that people have way more aesthetic setups than me. I'm not like necessarily like that decorative in that way, but I mean, I'm sure that they're like you can make it your own. So would definitely recommend doing that. When it comes to space, I think this one is a game changer. So I actually have a second one. These are just from IKEA that I kind of like put together so that I have extra space. In an ideal world, it wouldn't have like this divider, so I can just like swivel in between them. But I'm working with what I have over here. Additionally, I think it's great that you can kind of like say you want to put some of like you can even break up. Maybe this desk is like when you're doing X task and this is when you're doing Y task. I'm just spitballing over here, obviously, it depends on your situation, but if you want to break it up like that, or maybe there's different projects you're working on, I think that having that extra space is really powerful. When it comes to tools, I would say have the tools at your desk so that you're just ready to be productive right away. Have your notebook there, have your pens there, whatever you need to be productive. Your headset maybe, headphones, etc. I have a second laptop here, so just whatever you need, make sure it's there, just like maybe you sit out your clothes in the morning or something like that, so that there's absolutely no friction when it comes to work. And then lastly, segregation. So just like people talk about sleep hygiene, like not if you have trouble sleeping, like don't be like doing like, don't be like just like lounging on your bed during the day and stuff like that. Like your bed is for sleeping. I think the same goes for a desk. Like don't be like, in the evening, if you're watching some Netflix, like do that somewhere else in your house, like not like sitting there, for example. I don't know if people do that, but I think like make it for work and productivity and make that the overall vibe of the desk. So, you're not like in your mind also using it for all sorts of other things.